I'm back, folks. Look at this crazy video by political punk and about a white woman who says the N-word. I mean, this is amazing. Right in public to a black dude. I'll let you play. I'm gonna play the whole most of it and see. Now react to it mostly at the end, I think. Let me see.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know when that kid pisses her off, like she's fucking mean.
Which is also concerning. So Rochester, Minnesota, someone do me a favor. Take a close look at her tattoos. You can see her face clearly. Someone please tell me who she is.
Oh shit, bro! Let's see what we got here. Did we find her? Oh, is this it? Shiloh Hendricks? Is that who it is? Dude, and she raised $180,000? There's no fucking way, bro. Of course she did. Of course she did, bro. Dude, that is fucking psychotic. Dude, $213,000. That's insane. Dude, that is insane. She calls a 5-year-old the N-word and she gets rich.
Only in America. Saying the N-word. I mean, saying the N-word to a child and you get $200,000. Only in America.
From it. Like, how? Dude, think about that. I mean, this is where we're at though, guys, in America. Like, this is like super disturbing that that's where we're at, where you do this shit and you get rich, and now she'll probably end up having she'll end up being on a right-wing fucking podcast, right? Bigotry, straight up.
This is totally white supremacists and white nationalists. You will see, folks, this organization that give her the money, and these people, the GoFundMe for white people, like for white nationalists, and they give money to Carl Rittenhouse. That's where he got all that money from. And I think Daniel Penny, he got money from that too, I think. I could be wrong. And just realize that now, Daniel Penny, I think they give him money too. They raise money for him. The guy who got off killing the homeless guy in the subway in New York.
Yeah, she called a 5-year-old the N-word and people are donating money to her. Dude, isn't that nuts? That is nuts. Now, what's crazy about this, though, is like, I wonder what the hate speech laws or whatever are like, or if there are any in Minnesota, if she could be sued, right, by that kid's fucking parents. But, dude, this is so grody. This is so grody. Dude, it's like, this is where we're at, though. There was a time when this wouldn't be the case. But racism is like out in fucking force, man. It is out in fucking force right now, guys. Just brutal. This is in Minnesota. My name is Shiloh, and I've been put into a very dire situation. I recently had a kid steal from my 18-month-old son's diaper bag at a park. I called the kid out for what he was. Another man who we...
You know if that's even true or not, folks. We don't know that.
Recently found out has a history with law enforcement, proceeded to record me and follow me to my car. He then posted...
That's true. That's not even true either. It could be made up. A lie.
Did these videos online, which has caused my family and myself...
Because he's black, he has a history of... They always say this. Well, this guy has a history of law enforcement. Oh, boy. Because he looks black. I guess he look like a black guy. He must have a history of a long criminal. Must be a criminal background.
Great turmoil. My social security number has been leaked. My address and phone number have been given out freely. My family members are being attacked.
Well, that's bad too. I don't support that. That's bad, but if that's even true, I don't believe these people. These people exaggerate. I mean, they want to be victims. That's what these people want to be. And they're not the victims in most cases. That's bad if she just gets her phone number or her social security number and her home address. What do you call it? I forgot that term now. DOSC or something, or whatever. But you can't go attacking a little kid, a 5-year-old, a toddler, or a 5-year-old kid, saying the N-word. I mean, I don't think people are gonna have sympathy for you going attacking, abusing a kid.
My eldest child may not be going back to school, even when exercise has been exposed. I'm asking for your help to assist in protecting my family. I fear that we must relocate. I have 2 small children who do not deserve this. We have been threatened to the extreme by people online. Anything will help. We cannot and will not live in fear, is what she says. And then here's somebody who says something about whites were harmed in New Zealand, and they're done with being threatened, assaulted, and attacked because they're white.
You know, blacks are killed every day by white people. So what do you think about that? I think that's true. Well, this is probably true. What I'm saying is more true than what they're saying. Like they're explaining to you. Yeah, like we probably killed every day by white people. Even the cops. We can put the cops in account. And we disregard the criminal element. But the innocent black people being killed. Probably every day. In America. Or abused by the cops. Killed or injured by the cops every day. Just say it that way. I mean...
Dude, the racism is off the fucking chart, bro.
If you're in Canada and have over $10,000 of debt, payday loans, credit cards, lines of credit, you can't pay off
ads. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. This recent donation is so gnarly, right? Look at these donations. White countries are being flooded by brown people, right? These donations are so fucking crazy.
It's fucking... They're just freaking...
using the fucking slurs.
White racists, white nationalists. Totally. They just want an ethno state. That's just all it is, folks. These people. I mean, they're planning this for years. They're planning this, this whole thing they're planning. It all goes together with Project 2025, Christian white fascists trying to take over the world eventually. These Christo white fascists.
Basically, in here, dude, it is definitely that type of shit. Absolutely, dude, crazy. Anti-Jewish shit, dude. No, it's give, send, go. And what's crazy about this though is with all the shit in there, like, how can give, send, go even, like, I think we should contact them because there's a bunch of people using basically slurs in that thing. I think everybody should contact give, send, go. Oh, so yeah, no, you know what it is though? Give, send, go is a conservative one. It is. Mm-hmm. Dude, yeah, but no, look at this. Okay, look at their thing. You ready? So we had a public launch party in 2015. We saw steady growth, worked tirelessly behind the scenes, year after year, running the race in obedience and with persistence, waiting for the day it would take off. Little did we know God was just preparing us for the plans he had for us. At the end of the summer of 2020, during the middle of the pandemic, we watched as Give, Send, Go was thrust into the political spotlight for allowing a campaign that the mainstream media had shut down and was censoring. Unbeknownst to us, we had stepped onto a battlefield and had to take a stand. After much prayer, discussion, and counsel, a decision was made. Give, Send, Go was created for such a time like this, not to take one side or another politically, but in the middle of a divided political culture, we were to be focused on the very reason we started it, to share the hope of Jesus through crowdfunding. So yes, it's a Jesus crowdfunding. So that means you can be a bigot. You can use the N-word on their platform and they're cool with it because they support the fucking bigots. They support the white people who use the N-word. The Jesus people, guys. Wow. Oh, shit.
It's not Jesus, not Yahuwah. Not the Jesus, the Yahuwah that I know.
So, right? So there it is. It's a Christian crowdfunding website. So let's see what happened in 2020. You can't fundraise for abortions or gender transitions, though. Right? Oh, there we go. Oh, so they're not about freedom. If you crowdfund for...
The Christo fascists. That's what these guys are. No doubt.
Abortion or a gender transition by a minor. And so it allowed Kyle Rittenhouse and the rioters from January 6th. So it has attracted controversy for allowing far-right extremists to fundraise, including neo-Nazis, white supremacists, and hate groups. So there you go. There it is.
See, the white nationalist group, folks. Good Christian. They're just white nationalists.
Crazy. Kyle Rittenhouse raised over 250 grand. So yeah, it started with 100,000 and she keeps raising it. Look at what it says here. It says, some people online have called her a civil rights icon comparable to that of Rosa Parks.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Totally unhinged.
That's where we're at. Right? Dude,
totally
don't tell me that Christianity ain't toxic, guys. Because it is, dude. American Christianity is so toxic. It is so toxic, bro. Like, this more than anything, guys, is exactly...
First of all, that's not Christianity. It's not Christianity. White Christianity is not really Christianity.
What Trumpism is. Okay, this is the main force of Trumpism. I mean, you have to notice that Trumpism, okay, Trumpism uses right, it's DEI, it's CRT, right? It was woke, which was a term that was used by people of color.
Yeah.
All right, the racism has been a central tenet. It rose up right around the Barack Obama being president. And the thing about it is, I know that there are, non-racist Christians, but that doesn't really matter, right? I mean, there are people that live in towns where the KKK is operating that aren't KKK members, but they exist, they coexist, and they share space with those people without doing anything about it. And so that's the problem that American Christianity has, is American Christianity and evangelical, the moneyed Christianity, all those mega churches are now horrifically racist. The politicians are using Christianity in America with horrific racism, and a whole bunch of non-racist Christians are voting for these fucking people. So they're complicit, right? All of the Christians in America are complicit in this. Until they stand up and stop voting for those racist people and insist that they fucking leave their Christianity. It's called being complicit, right? It's like the idea of good cops. There's no such thing as a good cop because they don't stand up and protest the bad ones.
Great. That's a great point there. Great analogy.
Just let them and insist that not all of them are bad. And that's the problem we have, is the power structure of Christianity. The biggest churches, the biggest evangelical billionaires, the evangelical people in our government are deeply, deeply racist. Our fucking president and this entire administration is racist. And he got 77 million votes. Okay, so either 77 million people are fucking racist, just like he is, or 77 million people are okay voting for a fucking deeply troubling racist. And you know, think about how many millions of Christians voted for Donald Trump that would say they're not racist, but they vote.
But in fairness, there are a lot of Christians, a lot of people are not Christians and vote for Donald Trump too. Even Muslims voted for Donald Trump. But the problem is the people stayed home, and there was some funkiness went on with the election. We don't know specifically. That's the problem there. Something funky went on with the election. But people stayed home, and not just Christians voted for Trump, but the Muslims too. Some black people voted, women. So that's to be fair to Christians. But like the non-Christians voted for him too. And the racist non-Christians voted for him too. So
for a massive racist. That doesn't jive.
I found the perfect slot casino for Ontarians. It's called Betty, and
I'm
it's super
folks,
easy to get started. All you have
I'm
to
gonna end this. I'm not gonna
It
win
is
it.
hard to square that, man. You know, there's no real way to square that. And that's one of the things that we have run into. That's one of the reasons why I believe right now American Christianity is just unacceptable. Because it's allowing that. They're allowing that shit in their ranks. Okay? They're allowing it.
I think. Well, I'm going to end this, but I'm going to say not American Okay, the right-wing Christianity, the right-wing evangelicals. That's what's the problem. Okay, look at the black Christians. I think somebody did a poll. It was another video, YouTube count. I don't know if it was Roland Martin said that black Christians, they voted for, I think, was it black evangelicals? They voted for Kamala Harris, I think, most of them. They didn't vote for Trump. Or people on the left, Christians on the left, they voted for Kamala Harris. So it's mostly white evangelical on the right wing for voting for Trump. That's the problem. It's not Christians in general. All Christians. The Christians that they didn't follow politics. I don't think they voted for Trump. Or maybe they vote. They don't really. They practice their faith, but they don't go by. They don't use politics with their faith. They probably voted for. I'll probably vote for Harris. Like, so I don't think it's. I think it's white fascist Christians on the right. It's not Christianity per se. I think he's wrong there. It's not the whole religion. And you could say the same thing in Europe. There's kind of a white. There's a white national Christian. The Nazis over there, they're the same thing. They're white Christian fascists. The Nazis over there in Germany, England. I mean, it's the same thing there. So not just America. Anyways, folks, I'm out. To the next one. What do you think?